Now on Coast TV News.
Up in arms about a price hike at the Ocean Pines Racket Center. What to expect coming up.
Reshaping Milford one property at a time, where to put a pallet village, and what to do with the old police station.
Georgetown looking to let the dogs out. An update as the town debates a new dog park.
A dreary evening here along the coast. I'll let you know how long we will be contending with these dreary conditions coming up in just a few moments.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Pickleball players sending a volley of anger towards the Ocean Pines Racket Center over new rules. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with the Ocean Pines Association Board making a change that has some of its members calling out of bounds.
Earlier this month, on February 17th, the board passed the year's budget. When they did that, they took away an option that a lot of members liked and relied on. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us what's changed and how people are reacting.
David Tanner loves platform tennis. So do a lot of his friends. What they don't love is a new change at the Ocean Pines Racket Center.
Yeah, membership here of all three sports got blindsided.
The Racket Center has 3 sports: pickleball, tennis, and platform tennis. Under the old rules, you could get a membership for all 3, or you could get a single sport membership. But when the board passed their new budget for next year, they got rid of that single sport option, effectively raising the cost for some by 80%. Tanner says that this change came out of nowhere.
We had no understanding that this was even a proposal, let alone something that would be stuck in the budget at the very last minute without any further discussion at all.
Not everyone was surprised. A few people who didn't want to go on camera said that other clubs already charge more and that they are just grateful prices aren't even higher. But Carl Vincent, who plays pickleball at the center, says he thinks this big increase could hurt the largely retired community.
A group of us, we're all 60 and 70, so recently retired. So, again, I don't want to play the fixed income card, but, when you're retired, you're on a fixed income to some degree.
Karen Kaplan, the president of the Platform Tennis Association, says she doesn't like the change because a lot of members at the center are too old to play tennis, and they'd be paying for something that they can't use. All of this has caused a real uproar from the club members, and even though the change has been made, it may not be permanent. The Ocean Pines Board will have a meeting this Thursday at 7 p.m. regarding the Racket Center rates, and people are hopeful that they bring back the single sport membership option. I'm Kevin Zappe in Ocean Pines, Coast TV News.
Heading over to Ocean City now, that town is considering converting tennis courts at 61st Street into pickleball courts. It's an old facility. Now the town wants to invest over $1 million into the project. That includes a new building, court surface, fencing, lighting, and more. They want the new courts ready for summer. The town says they need funding approval, though, to get that project under contract for a May or June start.
A pallet village for the homeless and questions about just what to do with the old police station. 2 things that are up for discussion at a workshop tomorrow in Milford. One of the proposed locations for a new homeless housing is right behind the new police station. But even with the police presence there, people that live in the area aren't too keen on that idea.
Safety is very important, and we don't want to traumatize the young, and a lot of things could happen if strangers come around.
The workshop begins at 6 p.m. and is at City Hall. Other topics of the meeting include EV feasibility study and city officials giving an update about the Milford Corporate Center project. This is going to bring us right into our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, where should Milford's Pallet Village go?
Let's take a look at the results. Look at your screen. So far, a large majority are saying it should go near the food bank. For people who are not familiar, that's a little bit out of town, not right in the downtown area like that new police station is. The hospital, that option, that's down Route 1, a little south of town.
And about 36% saying it should be there, that new police station. If you haven't voted, if you have an opinion, go to coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app.
Voters in Michigan are heading to the polls amid anger over the president's handling of the war in Gaza. Some activists are urging people to vote uncommitted instead of for Biden. At the same time, as NBC's Alice Barr shows us, how with a partial government shutdown on the horizon, the president met with the big 4 congressional leaders hoping to find a way to keep government workers employed.
I want to thank the leaders for being here.
In a high-stakes White House meeting today, President Biden pressing the top 4 congressional leaders from both parties for action on military aid for Ukraine and Israel and to prevent a government shutdown.
The shutdown would damage the economy significantly, and I think we all agree to that.
Without a funding deal, the government will partially shut down on Friday, with even more damaging effects next week.
We believe that we can get to agreement on these issues and prevent a government shutdown.
The Senate's top Democrat called the discussion on Ukraine funding some of the most intense he's ever had.
The urgency of supporting Ukraine and the consequences to the people of America, to America's strength, if we don't do anything.
Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson has so far refused to bring foreign aid up for a vote, insisting money for the U.S. southern border must come first, though he previously blocked what he considered an insufficient Senate-passed bipartisan bill with border funding.
The catastrophe at the border is affecting everyone, and it is top of mind for all the American people.
Voters are at the polls in Michigan today, where a separate issue poses a key test for President Biden. Some progressives urging Democrats to vote uncommitted to protest the president's handling of the Israel-Hamas war.
To put that pressure on the current administration to call for a ceasefire.
My national security advisor tells me that we're close, and my hope is by next Monday we'll have a ceasefire.
On the Republican side, former President Trump expected to claim another victory over Nikki Haley in a critical battleground state. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Whatever the results in Michigan, Haley is promising to stay in the race through at least Super Tuesday next week. President Biden and former President Trump are both looking ahead to the general election. They're holding dueling visits to the U.S. southern border on Thursday.
Some traffic news. Drivers in Ocean View, be on the lookout for some lane closures. DelDOT says Muddy Neck Road from Garfield Parkway to Atlantic Ave will have closures. Double Bridges Road from Bayard Road to Muddy Neck Road will have closures as well. All of this is so some paving work can be done. DelDOT says that work should be completed by May 1st.
Let's take a live look right now into Laurel and check in with our first alert meteorologist Alex Seymour, who's in for Paul Williams, for a look at our forecast. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. Yeah, we've got a pretty wet forecast over the next 36 hours here along the coast. A lot of rain. We're going to be moving through the area. We're already dealing with some of those showers as we take a live look out on our tunnel and razor camera at the Lewis Yacht Club this evening. It's gray, it's dreary, but it's still pretty warm out there. 58 degrees right now in Lewis. You can see on our live radar at one area of rain shower activity moving right along the coast between that Route 113 corridor and Route 1 right at the beaches. We're dealing with that rain. That's quickly moving through the area. We're going to continue to deal with off and on showers as this rain stretches pretty far back into Virginia and even into West Virginia. So expect off and on rain throughout the overnight hours, possibly even into the morning commute on Wednesday. Temperature-wise, we're going to stay in the 50s where we are right now. Pretty much all night long. Winds going to be quite gusty, already gusting upwards of 20 miles per hour. We could see wind gusts over 40 miles per hour tonight and tomorrow. More on that coming up in just a little bit.
So much. In a move towards sustainable landscaping, the city of Rehoboth Beach will hold a special presentation aimed at introducing locals to environmentally friendly lawn alternatives. Botanist Bill McAvoy, with over 3 decades of experience at DenRec, will discuss the benefits of incorporating native sedges into local gardens and landscapes. That free presentation will be Friday, March 8th, 10 a.m. at the Commissioner's Meeting Room at City Hall.
Georgetown dog owners are barking with anticipation as the town's dog park moves forward. According to the dog park's committee agenda for tonight, they're going to discuss a final concept report. The committee was formed to work out all of the details of having a dog park, like where it would go and the insurance, just to name a few things. According to committee member and Georgetown Town Councilwoman Angela Townsend, the plan is to put the dog park at Sand Hill Fields. People in Georgetown today were excited about the idea.
I look forward to it. My boys come visiting with their dogs. They both live out of town. The only dog park we have near us is in Lewis, and it's a paid lot, paid facility. So its membership is sold out. My grand dogs can't get in there. So this would be a great thing for our community here.
Got to take care of the grand dogs. The committee is meeting tonight at 7 at Georgetown Hall.
The Food Bank of Delaware is calling on the community for volunteers at their new facility in Milford. The food bank says in just the first month, over 700,000 meals were distributed through its new warehouse. So the facility is looking for people to help stock shelves, pack meals, and get their garden ready for planting. If you are interested in making a difference, you can stop by a garden open house event on Tuesday, March 5th to learn more about those volunteer opportunities. There will be 3 45-minute sessions at 10, 1, and 3 p.m.
Parents and college students-to-be, the Department of Education has announced updates to a form that prospective college students fill out for financial aid. The first update to the free application for federal student aid forms involves how the department calculates the amount of aid that a student's going to get. Under the new approach, 7.3 million students are expected to be eligible for Pell Grants. The department is also going to send support personnel to lower-resourced colleges to do needs assessments and help schools with student aid offer packages. The third update is a faster approach to processing student records.
Coming up, a mechanical garage destroyed after a fire in Queen Anne. What accidentally ignited the flame?
A first low weather day on the way to the coast tomorrow. I'll let you know just how much rain and wind to expect. Coming up in just a few minutes.
First, how you can get involved in the Dewey in Bloom project, that's coming up next.
Leap Day. It's one extra day in February and 7 big days to save at Johnny Janosic. Take $200 off your purchase of $9.99 or more, or 0% APR until the next Leap Day. Shop the Leap Year sale at Johnny Janosic.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Voted the #1 golf course in Maryland by our players. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. Local residents receive discounted rates and earn points that can be used for free golf with our local rewards program. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com today. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Dave, and Buchanan Subaru. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
Family show. This is for all my grannies out there. Here we go.
Shamar Moore is back on the Jennifer Hudson Show.
Wednesday at 2 on CoastTV.
Let Johnny Janosic help make your outdoor space more relaxing and enjoyable. Shop now and take 10% off all outdoor clearance items. And remember to take advantage of our great financing options for a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Dewey in Bloom is moving forward. The town will hold an informational meeting for people who are interested in participating or donating to the community-led project. The goal is to promote Dewey Beach through colorful flowers and greenery. Dewey says it's looking for individuals or businesses who want to be involved. An informational Q&A session is set for March 8th at 11 a.m. at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station.
Nothing lasts forever, and that is especially true of sculptures in Canal Front Park. They like to rotate the art. Tomorrow, the Lewis Public Art Committee is set to talk about the de-installation of DeWitt Godfrey's sculpture. The swooped sculpture was introduced to the park in the summer of 2023. The committee will also be talking about the schedule for the Paul Daniel art installation at George H.P. Smith Park.
Here is the old Habitat for Humanity Restore in Berlin. Habitat Restores are nonprofit home improvement stores and donation centers that sell new and gently used items. In January, Habitat for Worcester County announced the relocation of the store to what they called a more accessible area, and here's exactly where that is. A grand opening on Friday at Manklin Creek Road near the south gate of Ocean Pines. That new location is now accepting donations. There will be an official grand opening celebration March 1st at 10 a.m.
Well, wet weather will soak Delmarva over the next 36 hours. I'll time out when the worst of the wet weather will be. Coming up just after the break.
At first, I use Better Than Bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And now there's the culinary collection. Italian herb for pasta, smoky chipotle for fajitas. It's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for any traveler you want to be. Like #1 Chef Dad cooking up a free hot breakfast for the entire family at a comfort hotel.
Mom made this.
I added the garnish.
Stay twice and get a free night when you book direct.
Since its sellout in London's West End, the Simon & Garfunkel story is now the world's leading theater show.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
A moving and powerful concert featuring all the hits, such as Scarborough Fair, Homeward Bound, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Mrs. Robinson. The Simon & Garfunkel story is a show not to be missed.
March 18th at the Performing Arts Center. Get your tickets now at ococean.com/pack.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
A lake in the driest place on planet Earth? Whee! The strange new lake in Death Valley, appearing out of nowhere. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
Delmarva's classic rock, Big 107.7.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County, whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
It is a dreary evening out there all along the coast. Taking a live look out on our Orsted camera in West Ocean City. The rain showers, they are coming down. We've been dealing with some pretty warm conditions on most parts of Delmarva today, but in Ocean City, one of the locations that's seeing a little bit of cooler air off the Atlantic, sitting at 48 degrees there in Ocean City. We can see it on a live radar. Most of that rain right now is confined between the 113 corridor and Route 1 all along the beaches. This rain, just the first wave of multiple waves of rain that we're expecting over the next 36 hours here along the coast. So there's some more rain across central and southwestern portions of Virginia. That is going to be sliding throughout the overnight hours. And then what we're going to be waiting for is more wet weather off to our west associated with this cold front. That's going to be bringing some very cold air back into the area by Thursday. Tomorrow, it's still going to be pretty warm out there, but unfortunately, it's going to be pretty wet also, so you won't really get to enjoy it too much. Maybe a few hours as we head into Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures are out the door this evening, kind of going to be where they're going to stay throughout the overnight hours. We're not really going to see our temps move very much. It's currently sitting at 52 degrees in Bethany Beach. It's 54 in Rehoboth Beach, 58 in Lewis, 59 in Milton, 58 degrees in Georgetown. The winds coming strongly out of the south, gusting as high as 22 miles per hour at the Indian River Inlet. Those winds just going to become gustier throughout the overnight hours as we continue with those off and on rain showers that likely continue through that morning commute on Wednesday. This is 8:30 in the morning, so make sure you have that umbrella handy and really keep it handy all day long. Yes, we will get those breaks as I was talking about. We could get some breaks Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures very warm, but the rain is going to be moving back into the area during the evening hours. And take a look at this. This is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Very heavy rain across the region. As that cold front slides through, you may hear a few rumbles of thunder, and those winds going to be quite gusty. The winds, though, going to be gusty even before that wet weather reaches us during the daytime hours of Wednesday. And then it gets cold down into the low 30s by Thursday morning, and then Thursday afternoon staying in the low 40s. And with the wind chill, it's going to feel even colder than that. Take a look at this. Rainfall totals about a half to an inch. Expected as we head throughout the next 36 hours, a steady soaking rain and those winds. That's probably going to be the bigger story, with winds gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour. This is by 9 a.m. And really, we're going to be dealing with wind gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour throughout the daytime hours of Wednesday. This is Wednesday afternoon, so it's not even raining at this point. Still seeing 36 mile per hour wind gusts in Millsboro. And then as those storms move through, 47 mile per hour wind gusts in Ellendale, 43 in Millsboro. We could see winds gusting upwards of 50 miles per hour. Stays breezy, still stays pretty gusty as we head towards Thursday morning. And that's going to result in a big temperature drop from the upper 60s Wednesday afternoon to the feels like temperatures falling into the low 20s by Thursday morning. So a little bit of a shock to the system. So our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. First of all, weather day for Wednesday. Rain, wind, gusty, just nasty conditions. Cooler on Thursday, and then it warms back up with more rain by Saturday.
Thank you, Alex. Let's go ahead and take a look across Delmarva now. This was the scene in Queen Anne after fuel vapors ignited during a mechanical work on a car. According to the Maryland State Fire Marshal, the fire took place on Monday afternoon. You can see in this shot just how much damage was caused. The flames tore apart the mechanical garage. Fire officials say that nobody was hurt. That's the good news. The estimated cost of the damage, though, $750,000.
The Maryland Department of Natural Resources has just announced updates to the 2024 summer flounder fishing regulations. Say that 3 times fast. Starting March 1st, changes will affect both recreational and commercial fishing sectors. For recreational anglers, the minimum size for summer flounder will be 16 inches. That's till the end of May. Then it increases to 17.5 inches for the rest of the year. There's a daily limit of 4 fish per person. Commercial fishers are using hook and line. They're facing similar restrictions. Other gear types have a minimum size of 14 inches.
Maddie, I would have had no shot there. Coming up, why over 150 Macy's stores are set to close their doors. Stay tuned on CoastTV News at 5.
Look who's cooking for Sussex County Habitat for Humanity. Volunteer chefs from local realtors compete for the best appetizers, entrees, and desserts, and you can try them all. It's an evening of tasty treats, raffles, and door prizes at the St. Jude Parish Center on March 21st at 6 p.m. in Lewis. For more information about the event and to get your tickets, go to sussexcountyhabitat.org. We'll see you, Delmarva, at the Look Who's Cooking Challenge, March 21st in Lewis.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
A lake in the driest place on planet Earth? Next, Inside Edition, the strange new lake in Death Valley, appearing out of nowhere.
What do you do when Death Valley is flooded with water? Break out the kayak.
How long before it vanishes? Then, mystery over the disappearance of the American husband and wife vacationing on their boat in the Caribbean. Next, Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
From the court to your living room. Catch the dribbles and the buzzer beaters. High school basketball lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
In your business news today, Macy's is downsizing and refocusing in a major turnaround effort. It will close 150 underperforming stores over the next few years. Meanwhile, it will open more small versions of its successful Bloomingdale's and Blue Mercury stores. It's all part of a turnaround effort the store is calling a bold new chapter. It's designed to fend off activist investors and boost the company's stock and price sales.
Not sure you're going to like this next story. The price of a Wendy's Frosty could change depending on when you order it. The fast food restaurant announced that it's going to be testing Uber-like surge charging in 2025. Wendy's hasn't released many of the details, but the change is part of a $20 million investment in digital menu boards. Surge pricing is common with event tickets and ride-hailing apps.
U.S. home prices hit an all-time high in December. Seasonally adjusted data released today shows prices were up 0.2% from the month before. That continues a streak of 7 record highs in a row in 2023. December prices were up 5.5% from the same month a year ago. Meanwhile, prices in half of the 20 metro markets beat prior records in December after accounting for seasonal impacts.
Coming up, very cool stuff here. Local robotics teams from Indian River School District are set to hit the global stage. How they got to this exciting achievement, you're going to want to stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Dave, and Buchanan Subaru. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
Pollen. It can ruin your screen porch and your furniture. You can clean it, but you'll be cleaning it a lot. With the porch protection system, you can use your screen porch year-round, pollen-free. The PPS system is marine grade and custom made just for your porch. We provide quick turnaround, quick installation, and 20 fabric colors to choose from. So call us today for a free estimate, so you can start enjoying your screen porch year-round, no matter the weather.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Welcome to the Ride Home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day, you pick the songs on the High Five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
It's now or never.
2 dead bodies in the name of free speech.
Nobody needs to die today.
This girl was targeted.
You come and see it by my daughter!
When you're undercover, one mistake and it's all over.
Can I go home now? That's not how this works.
Law & Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
The Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions is heating up.
How big do you want to risk here? As Salt and Pepper would say, let's push it.
Tuesday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Check this out. 2 teams from the Indian River School District are going championship in Dallas, Texas. These young innovators are now set to represent their community on a global stage. Congratulations and best of luck to them.
Well, we've got some wet weather sliding through the region this evening, going to continue over the next 36 hours as we take a live look out on our Hershey Exteriors camera at the 45th Street Tap House. Rain is coming down. We got more rain over the next 36 hours. You can get that forecast by calling our Coast TV First Alert Weather Line 443-880-9100. We do have a First Alert Weather Day in effect for tomorrow. Rain, wind, just overall nasty conditions. Keep an umbrella handy and also be prepared for wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. Chilly on Thursday, and then we warm up back into the 60s for an extended stretch.
Alex, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition's up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.